Chosen one, pause for a moment. Have you ever sat alone with your thoughts and wondered, why has God kept me single this long? Why do relationships fade, fall apart, or never even start? No matter how much you pray, try, or hope, this is not an accident. This is not rejection. This is divine timing. God is not ignoring you. He is positioning you. And it has everything to do with who you are and what you're called to carry. You did not click this video by chance. This message found you on purpose, at the exact moment your spirit needed confirmation. Being set apart can feel like isolation. But in the kingdom, it is sacred protection. God has been preserving you for something rare, something heavy, something holy. And today, I'm going to reveal why your long season of singleness is part of your divine assignment. By the end, you'll see your life, your waiting, and even your past relationships in a completely different light. Before we begin, if you feel this tug in your spirit, type 777 in the comments as your act of agreement. Subscribe, tap the bell, and share this with another chosen one, so they don't miss what God is trying to tell them right now. 1. Recognizing your calling in singleness. Chosen one, the first truth you must receive is this. Your singleness is not a flaw to fix. It is a calling to honor. The world treats singleness like an in-between phase, a hallway you rush through on the way to marriage. But for you, this is not a waiting room. This is a training ground. From the very beginning, God marked you as different. Even as a child, you felt the pull of more. You never quite fit in. And because of that, your path was never meant to look like everyone else's, where others could easily settle into relationships. God would not let you. He has been guarding your heart, your time, and your focus, for a purpose you can't fully see yet. Relationships are not just about companionship. They are spiritual covenants. They link destinies, merge callings, and intertwine assignments. For someone with your calling, God cannot afford for you to be tied to the wrong person. Even a kind, well-meaning, but spiritually unaligned partner can quietly pull your destiny off course. This is why doors you thought were slammed shut. Why people you thought were permanent suddenly disappeared. Not because you weren't enough, but because you are chosen. And God refuses to let anything dilute your mission. Think about it. How many times have you felt a spark, only to watch it fade as quickly as it came? How many times did you think, this has to be the one, only for the connection to unravel before it even began? That wasn't random. That was divine interference. God may allow you to feel a connection, but if that person cannot walk with you into the next level of your calling, He will remove them, sometimes abruptly. In your singleness, God is sharpening your discernment. He is teaching you to see beyond charm, looks, and chemistry, and recognize the spiritual reality behind a person. Chosen ones cannot choose partners based only on feelings. Your partner will not just be your companion. They will be your co-laborer in the kingdom. If you commit too soon, before your discernment is mature, you might attach yourself to someone who looks right, but is wrong for your spirit. This is also why you've had seasons where you pulled back from social circles, lost interest in dating, or felt a holy dissatisfaction with just settling. In those moments, God was lowering the noise, so you could hear His voice more clearly. The less you are distracted by the wrong people, the more you can grow into the fullness of your assignment. Your calling is heavy. God isn't just preparing you to be a spouse. He's preparing you to carry influence, to speak truth, to bring healing, to shift atmospheres. You cannot step into that kind of power without seasons of refinement. And refinement often happens in solitude. Singleness also teaches you the value of your own presence. Your worth does not rise when someone chooses you. Your worth was established before you were born. When you finally see yourself through God's eyes, whole, complete, lacking nothing, you stop attracting relationships out of loneliness and start attracting from abundance. Every relationship that ended, every door that closed, pushed you closer to God. That is not failure. That is alignment. You are becoming someone who can stand strong, with or without human companionship. Remember this. You are not behind. You are on schedule. God's schedule. And His timing is flawless. 2. Spiritual protection and energy preservation. Chosen one, another reason God has kept you single is because of what you carry. You are not just a body with feelings. You are a spiritual vessel carrying light, wisdom, and authority. The wrong connection can drain that light faster than you realize. Relationships are not just emotional bonds. They are energy exchanges. Every conversation, every touch, every late-night call is an exchange of spiritual substance. For someone whose presence can shift atmospheres, that exchange must be protected. Imagine trying to fill a cup with a crack in the bottom. No matter how much God pours into you, if you stay connected to someone who leaks your energy, you will always feel empty. This is why certain relationships ended suddenly, with no closure and no clear explanation. You replayed it, blamed yourself, or blamed them. But God saw what you could not. He saw the spiritual weight that person carried. He saw agendas they themselves didn't understand. He knew their presence would compromise your mission. So He removed them. Chosen ones attract people for different reasons. Some recognize the God in you. Some are drawn to you because your energy feels like healing. And some are sent, yes, sent, to distract, discourage, or drain. They show up as romance, friendship, or help. But their real assignment is to pull you off course. Without spiritual protection, you wouldn't see the danger until it was too late. That's why God keeps you hidden from certain people, and why some connections never even start. Intimacy also creates soul ties. Spiritual bonds that link you to another person. The wrong soul tie can fog your vision, distort your hearing when God speaks, and keep you stuck in cycles you've already outgrown. God will not allow His chosen vessel to remain tied to someone who weakens your assignment. Think back. Have you ever noticed that around certain people, your spiritual fire felt dimmer? Your dreams harder to remember? Your prayers heavier? That's not coincidence. That's energy being siphoned. The enemy knows he might not destroy you directly, so he tries to drain you slowly, until you no longer have the strength to walk in your calling. God knows this too, and He has placed a shield around you. This is why sometimes it feels like there is an invisible barrier blocking you from certain people. Everything seems fine on the surface, but it just will not move forward. Heaven has posted guards at the gates of your destiny. No one gets access without clearance. The no's that broke your heart were actually spiritual rescues. You are not overlooked. You are hidden. Hidden from people who would mishandle your heart. Hidden from those who would use your light, but never pour back into you. So instead of resenting your singleness, honor it as a shield. Thank God for the dates that never happened, for the texts that stopped, for the doors that mysteriously closed. Every no was rescue. Every not yet was armor added to your spirit. If this is resonating, and you can now see the pattern of divine protection in your life, type 444 in the comments. This is your confirmation. Your solitude is not punishment. You are being preserved because you are priceless. 3. Refining your spirit and character. Chosen one, your singleness is not only about protection. It is about transformation. Every calling comes with weight. Before you carry that weight, your spirit and character must be refined. Refinement is uncomfortable. It can feel like stretching, stripping, even breaking. But in God's hands, breaking is never for destruction. It is for rebuilding you stronger, purer, and wiser. In singleness, the noise is lower. You can hear God more clearly, without the constant pull of a partner's needs and opinions. In that stillness, God begins to expose what can't go with you to the next level. Pride, fear, impatience, insecurity, old wounds. A relationship might distract you from facing these things. Solitude forces you to confront them. This is your wilderness training. David had it in the field. Moses had it in the desert. Jesus had it for 40 days before his public ministry. Their hidden season was not wasted. It was essential. God is doing the same with you. In this season, you discover hidden treasures in your spirit. Gifts, ideas, and passions rise up. Because you have space to actually hear God and obey. You learn to lean on Him, instead of leaning on romantic attention for validation. He's also building emotional maturity. Kingdom relationships require self-control, patience, and stability. Without refinement, even the right relationship could collapse under the weight of immaturity. God is raising your standards too. Not out of pride, but out of alignment with your worth and calling. When you know who you are, you no longer tolerate disrespect, spiritual laziness, or lukewarm love. You learn the difference between someone who is interested in you and someone who is assigned to your destiny. Refinement also produces humility. Influence, love, and favor can all be mishandled if your character isn't strong enough. By keeping you single a little longer, God is making sure that when He gives you a partner and a platform, you remain grounded and led by His Spirit, not by ego or emotion. Yes, it hurts when you see others meeting, marrying, and building families, while you remain in this chapter. But your preparation is different, because your assignment is different. The greater the calling, the deeper the refinement. One day you will thank God that He did not rush you into love before your character was ready for it. 4. Breaking generational cycles. Chosen one, another reason God has kept you single is because you are the one called to break generational cycles. You are not just living your story, you are rewriting your bloodline. The patterns you've seen: broken marriages, infidelity, toxic partnerships, emotional abuse, absent fathers, unstable homes, are not all random. Many of them are spiritual cycles that have gone unchallenged for generations. No one before you had the revelation, strength, or anointing to confront them. But you do. This is why you cannot just settle down with anyone who shows interest. God has used your singleness to open your eyes to what is truly happening. You are starting to see what your family called normal was actually dysfunction. You feel a strong refusal in your spirit to repeat what you saw growing up. That is not just personal preference. That is the Spirit of God in you saying, this cycle ends here. Being single gives you space to heal from wounds that started before you were born. You are processing pain that has lived in your family for decades. You are forgiving people for things they never dealt with and choosing to live differently. This kind of healing cannot be rushed. God has to close every door to the old cycle before your marriage opens a new one. There are people you liked, maybe even loved, who seemed good on the surface. But God saw seeds of the very patterns He's calling you to break. Joining yourself to them would have dragged those same cycles into your future home. So He blocked it. Divine prevention. Breaking generational cycles is not just about finding the right partner. It's about becoming the healed, whole person who can build a new foundation. Your future children will not grow up watching chaos and calling it love. Your family line will have a new standard: honor, peace, covenant, and Christ at the center. This is why the warfare over your love life has been so intense. Hell is terrified of what happens when you break the cycle, but heaven is backing you. Your obedience now will be your children's inheritance later. You are not behind. You are ahead, because you are ending what has held your family back for generations. 5. Assignments that require solitude. Many people don't understand why you spend so much time alone. They think you're too picky, too serious, or just unlucky in love. But the truth is deeper. God has placed assignments on your life that can only be birthed in solitude. Your single season is not empty space. It is the perfect environment for what God is asking you to build right now. Some assignments are so delicate and strategic that they cannot grow in constant noise and distraction. They require focus, stillness, and fewer voices in your ear. If you were in a relationship right now, especially with someone not aligned to your calling, their needs and opinions could pull you away from the very work God is trying to finish through you. Some of you are called to write, to preach, to create, to build, to lead. Some are called to start businesses, ministries, movements, or missions that will impact generations. Those blueprints download best when you are alone with God. This season is also about mobility. God may need you to move quickly, travel, relocate, or pour long hours into something new. A relationship right now might make that much harder. It's not that God never wants you to have companionship. It's that He knows divine order. Certain missions must be completed before you enter covenant with your kingdom partner. That way, when you finally come together, neither of you is weighed down by unfinished assignments. Your solitude is also training your confidence in God. Without a partner to lean on emotionally or financially, you're learning that He is your source. This spiritual independence will keep you strong in your future relationship. You won't be clinging to your partner as your savior. You'll stand beside them as a whole, steady, faith-filled believer. Honor this season. Don't waste it wishing it away. What you build with God now will one day become the very blessing you enjoy with your spouse later. 6. Divine timing and the partner prepared for you. Chosen one, you must settle this truth in your heart. God's timing is not your timing, but His timing is perfect. If He has kept you single this long, it is not because He has forgotten you. It is because He is preparing something greater than just a relationship. Kingdom unions are not rushed. They are crafted. Your future partner is not random. They are someone whose destiny will align with yours, like two rivers merging into one. For that to happen, both of you must be spiritually mature, emotionally healed, and ready for the weight of your shared calling. If either of you arrives too soon, the relationship that was meant to be a blessing could become a burden. God's delay is His mercy. How many times have you heard stories of people meeting the right person at the wrong time, only to lose what could have been beautiful? God is protecting you from that. While He refines you, He is also working on your future partner. They are learning to trust God, to heal, to grow, so that when they meet you, they can love you in a way others never could. When the time is right, it will not feel forced. There will be peace. Conversations will flow. Your spirits will agree. Your purposes will naturally align. You won't have to chase constant signs, because the fruit will speak for itself. You are not just waiting for a person. You are waiting for a season. Just as fruit ripens in its own time, so does a kingdom relationship. If you try to pick it early, it won't carry the sweetness it was meant to have. While you wait, God is protecting you from counterfeits. People who look like the answer, but are sent to delay you. Stay close to Him. Resist the urge to create your own timing. Pray for your future spouse, not from desperation, but from agreement with God's plan for both of you. When divine timing arrives, you will see why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. 7. How to steward your single season. Chosen one, if God trusted you with this season, you must treat it as sacred. This is not idle time. This is preparation ground. How you handle this chapter will shape the next. First, deepen your relationship with God. This is the time to strengthen your prayer life. Study His Word and learn to hear His voice clearly. Let Him become your source of comfort and joy, so that your future partner will complement you, not complete you. Second, discover and walk in your purpose. Your kingdom partner will be aligned to your calling, so you need to know what that calling is. What are your gifts? What burns in your heart to build, create, or lead? Instead of chasing the one Focus on becoming the one God designed you to be. Invest in your skills. Pursue the training you need. Start the business, launch the ministry. Write the book, record the message. Third, heal from your past. Do not drag old wounds into a new relationship. Let God touch the parts of you that still ache from rejection, betrayal, or disappointment. Forgive. Release bitterness. Let Him rewrite your beliefs about love. Fourth, guard your purity, body, mind, and spirit. This is not just about physical boundaries. It's about what you watch, who you let close, what you entertain in your mind. Purity is preservation. You are preserving yourself for the one God has chosen for you. Fifth, steward your finances. Build stability now. Learn discipline, save, reduce unnecessary debt. Your future household will benefit from the wisdom you gain in this season. Sixth, build strong, healthy community. Surround yourself with believers who sharpen you, challenge you, and support you. Finally, learn contentment. Contentment does not mean you stop desiring marriage. It means your joy is rooted in God, not in your relationship status. When you are content in Him, you won't cling to the wrong person just to avoid being alone. You will enter your future marriage from a place of fullness, not emptiness. Chosen one, if you've listened this far, you can see it clearly now. Your singleness has never been about rejection. It has been about divine strategy. Every closed door, every breakup, every lonely night, every silent season, God has used it all to build you, protect you, and position you. You are not behind. You are exactly where God needs you to be. Others may have rushed ahead without a foundation. You are letting the master builder lay your foundation first, so that when your house is built, it will stand. For some of you, this message is your confirmation that your waiting season is shifting. You'll begin to feel a new peace, see divine alignments, and sense a quiet readiness in your spirit. For others, God is gently saying, I'm still working on you. Don't despise the process. Either way, His promise remains. He will not waste your waiting. The partner God has for you will not dim your light. They will honor your calling, protect your heart, and walk beside you in purpose. Until that day, do not waste your single season. Steward it. Grow in it. Guard your heart. Deepen your walk with God. Build the life He has placed in your spirit. When your partner arrives, they will find you already moving in purpose, not sitting in pause, waiting for them to unlock your destiny. If this message has confirmed what you felt inside, declare it openly. Type 777 in the comments as your public agreement with God's plan for your life. Then, if this blessed you, make sure you subscribe to Rise of the Chosen. Tap the bell so you don't miss the next word. And share this video with another chosen one who needs this reminder. You never know whose life might shift because you decided to share the word. Chosen one, you are not waiting in vain. You are being prepared for greatness. And when the moment comes, you will look back and say, every second of this season was worth it.